The first message that we have here is, wow, very intense. We have forcing myself to forget you. Wow, okay. So, I'm getting that honestly, I'm picking up on a very strong energy here. This masculine is pissed. They're feeling emotions that they can't even name at this time, but the emotion that's sticking out the most is anger and frustration. In their mind, you're the reason for this, divine feminine. I'm getting that you're always the reason, whether you know it or not. You're the only person who can garner this type of reaction from your masculine. You literally make them feel every emotion, which is mind-blowing to them, but also a little uncomfortable for them as well. This is someone you may not have spoken to for a while, and they're beginning to feel the effects of your absence. It's like they went through the entire process of grieving your absence, of grieving not being around you, or you being at a distance from one another. And currently, they're pissed. But if they were to be completely honest with you, there's an underlying energy where they're very, very hurt, frustrated, and most likely lovesick. I'm getting, divine feminine, that you set the bar pretty high. There's something about your energy that your person feels is completely unmatched. Maybe they've never told you this, but they definitely feel like you're irreplaceable. There's a strong focus here on how you make them feel, like they feel two totally different people, one when they're with you, and one when they're not with you. But your connection is one that they associate with a higher vibration. It's like you have this ability to see certain things that other people may overlook. Overall, it feels like there's something very effortless about your connection. Maybe they've never verbalized this to you, but you can definitely feel it. Even though you're at a distance, this was supposed to be temporary. For some reason, it's now been dragged out. Maybe this masculine is the one who initiated this, or you may feel like they're the reason for the delays in the connection. But where they stand currently, they're really, really missing you, and it's actually pissing them off that you're not there. Because anytime you have to force something, it means you're in a position of resistance. They're literally forcing themselves to forget about you. Maybe they're thinking about you a lot, and it feels like everything is reminding them of you. Even though you're at a distance, they've never stopped feeling your energy. That's the thing, they've never experienced this before. It's been like a non-stop connection. So now they're beginning to feel the difference between having direct access to you and then feeling your absence. This is a look into their mental process. This is how they're currently processing it. They're in a very angry phase. Instead of going into their heart space, they're kind of resisting their feelings right now. I'm getting that nothing is working. They could be trying all their tactics, keeping busy, working late, hanging out with friends, telling themselves that they're over you. None of it's working. And what's actually blowing their mind is that they've never had to go to these lengths before. The fact that they have to allocate their time a certain way just so they won't think about you is actually speaking volumes about how much they love you, care about you, and miss you at this time. So, I'm getting that your energy is absolutely consuming them. You may be feeling this too, divine feminine. I feel like you may be feeling kind of emotional, or your emotions may be a little chaotic, and you could be wondering where this is coming from. This is definitely stemming from how your person is feeling right now. They're pulling on you, and because the two of you are so energetically bonded, I feel like it may be causing this to come through more intensely. So the next message we have is, this wasn't my plan. Okay. So I just got something important here. It's very imperative for you to know this, divine feminine. This masculine wants you to understand that they had plans for this connection, plans for its pace, for its direction, and somehow, they feel like you slipped through their hands. They feel like, somewhere along the journey, they lost control of it. And for some reason, their heart space is communicating with you, letting you know that they did not plan this. They never intended for your connection to be where it is currently, and they need you to know that. I'm getting that you may feel your person's energy very strongly right now. It's as if they want to say something to you. Even if the communication is minimal, even if you haven't spoken to them in a while, something within their energy is like they want to say something, but they're being very strategic about when and how much they reveal to you. There's something about the communication being a little stuck. They may actually be trying to figure you out, Divine Feminine, but your energy may be hard for them to read at this time. It's almost like they want you to know how they feel, but they're not telling you. Wow, I just got that some of you are so energetically bonded that your person knows you already know everything. But for some reason, they're just not in the position to tell you. Maybe they're trying to find the words, but I'm also getting that something else could be causing a bit of resistance here. I'm sensing that this situation may feel so overdue for them that they feel they cannot read your energy anymore. For some of you who are at a distance from your masculine, you may have given yourself a block of time. So, from the moment the communication started to phase out, you might have said to yourself, okay, if they contact me within a certain amount of time, I'll be willing to work this out. I'll be willing to talk about it. But I feel like it has surpassed whatever block of time you gave your person to come back around. Now, they may be feeling very nervous or feel as if you're no longer open to discussing this. They might feel like that option is no longer on the table for you, and that's deeply hurting them. They don't know how to express this, but where you are on your journey right now was not part of the plan for them at all. When you crossed paths or when things were going smoothly between you both, they didn't think that it would reach this point. This is the part that they weren't prepared for, being away from you for this long. And it's not even about being physically separate from you, because for some of you, this isn't the first time you've had this ebb and flow. You may go a while without communicating, but you always come back together. But this time feels different. It's becoming painful for them, and they can't ignore it anymore. I'm also getting something about text messages here. They could be rereading messages, maybe text threads or email threads. There's a very nostalgic energy surrounding this, as they reflect on where things were versus where they are now. But what's really standing out with this message is that they had plans for you. They never imagined your connection would be in the current state that it's in, and it's as if both of you feel that. You're both feeling that something isn't where it's supposed to be, but there's an avoidant energy present right now. Maybe both of you are curious about what's going on, but neither is making a move to ask questions or initiate conversation. The energy is just kind of lingering there, unresolved. But they want you to know, Divine Feminine, that they didn't plan this. Their heart space is coming through, letting you know that they never had any intention of your connection being where it is right now. The final message is, you have my heart. I'm getting something about your eyes, Divine Feminine. The moment this masculine looked into your eyes, they literally felt everything surrender. You have their heart, Divine Feminine. You have the very center of their being, and they need you to know this. They need you to understand this on a deep, soul level, even though you're at a distance from them. What's interesting is that even though they are feeling upset, because this masculine is angry, but it's misplaced anger, they're actually hurt, really sad, and deeply missing you. But instead of dropping into their heart space and feeling the emotions fully, they're operating from their ego. They're erratic, frustrated, and pissed off. The energy is coming through very intensely for some of you who are really connected to your masculine. They feel like you already know this about them. You know them very well, you know their moods, and you can pick up on these shifts in energy. This intensity is real, and it's like you can feel their inner turmoil even if they haven't spoken about it. But here's what's truly fascinating. No matter how mad they are or how intense their feelings come through, their heart space will always communicate with you. It will always tell you the truth, Divine Feminine. That's your power. You can always sense their true feelings, even if their words or actions don't align. And that's what they want you to know, how powerful you are in their life, and how deeply they feel for you. Even though they may be in this prideful, defensive energy, the love they have for you is stronger than anything else. And you know this too, Divine Feminine. There's something effortless about your connection, something that just works. You know you have a major effect on them, and you feel it in your core. You can sense it in the energy of the connection, even if they haven't said it outright. It's high vibrational, and you can feel it in every fiber of your being. Because of this, your person is pulling on your energy a lot, especially if you're energetically bonded. For some of you, this is happening daily, and you can feel their presence strongly. There's also a lot of heavy 5D activity happening right now. Some of you might feel this intensely at night when the energy is heightened, while others may experience it randomly throughout the day. You might feel sad or happy out of nowhere. These are their emotions, shifting and fluctuating as they go through this tumultuous time. They're really up and down right now, trying to resist and force themselves into a certain energy, and as a result, it's sending waves of emotional triggers to you. They're extremely triggered right now emotionally, but they're also sitting back, analyzing everything. It's like everything is coming at them all at once. If you've been wondering how your person views you or how they feel about you, they see you as being in this incredibly powerful position, whether you realize it or not. You have access to their heart space, Divine Feminine. Regardless of what they say or do, or even if they're silent, the center of their being is constantly communicating with you. You have access to their heart, right at their core. And that's probably what frustrates them the most, because it makes them feel all kinds of emotions that they may not want to feel. If you don't forget, then write in the comments about how your day went. I will definitely read it. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget, like and subscribe channel.